Welcome back to BIC Racing and GT Sport. Today we're just going to be finishing up that Gr.4 Championship we've been competing in our McLaren. We had a couple of good results in the previous episode, so go back and check that one out. So what we're actually going to do before we start this race, we're actually going to go into our car settings. We're actually going to increase the power level, but that actually allows us to downgrade our performance even more. And we're going to add a little bit of weight as well. You can see we're on the hard tires as well. We're not even on the super softs. So now we've done that, let's jump into our first race around Spa, another F1 track I know quite well. And you can see somebody at Polyphony discovered the red arrows by the look of it, because they're present again. Anyway, we're going to come into the bus stop chicane now. Hard on the brakes. We've closed right up to this car in front of us before we even started our first lap. I think it's a Subaru. We're just going to pull up to the inside to go into the La Source hairpin. Hard on the brakes. Got nice and wide here, coming down to Eau Rouge. That famous corner that we all know from Spa. So this is going to be a tricky one to try and overtake this guy, because we're actually going to have to just ease off, go up his inside where he hit the brakes. Coming up to the top of the corner here, now we're on to the back straight here, the Kemmel straight. We'll go up the inside here. Making good progress so far. It's actually one of the longer tracks on the F1 calendar, so that's why we've only got 2 laps to do on this one. Onto the brakes. We'll hang it around the outside of the Viper if possible. Nope, we're going to go cut up his inside here. Try and get up the inside of his Mitsubishi before coming into the no-name corner and then down into Pouon. I've got a Lamborghini, it's the first time I've seen one of those in this tournament. Gonna just stick it up his inside. A little bit of brakes here. Use all of the track. Accidentally go too far wide, and we need to just get back on the circuit at this point. And you can see, even with our handicap, we've added on again. This is still a little bit too easy. We're finding it quite easy to close up to these cars. It's unfortunate that GT doesn't have a difficulty setting. It's just as you progress through the championships, the game gets harder. So while it's quite easy at the moment, hopefully by the time we reach some of the professional championships, it becomes a bit more difficult, bit of a challenge, because at the moment it's quite easy even with a handicap car. We're on this back straight at the moment. Bit unstable as we quickly dart around that car as we head into the bus stop again. We go wide here into this last corner, so allowing that Audi to get past us again. We're both accelerating hard up to the line, but we'll be able to get him into that into the first hairpin again. Hard on the brakes. And there we go, nice and easy. Coming back down the hill towards Eau Rouge and Radion. And there we go, we keep it flat through there, which is good. Now we just need to pull away from the Audi onto the Kemmel straight. Nice and easy. Hard onto the brakes. Try to use the full width of the track here. Sorry again, not talking much, just concentrating and trying to get a better lap than last time. And you can see, not going particularly well. Coming down into Puon. Spa is really one of the best circuits in world motorsport. It's such a fun circuit. Here we go, this was nice and easy lap. We're coming up to that final straight now. Keeping it full on the throttle. So we did a 3:02 last time. Let's see what we get this time. Keeping it flat through this corner here. Coming up to the bus stop now, 130 miles an hour, braking hard at the 100-meter boards. Whoa, mount the curb there, through into the last corner. There's the checkered flag. Excellent, 2:40, easy as you like. We've actually done our daily workouts, so we're going to back out and just see what car we get this time. As we saw, we got the Ferrari in the last episode. Let's hope we get something good this time. Looks like there's another Ferrari available out there. Is that an Aston Martin as well? And we get the Lancia, naturally. Cool. I don't think we'll be using that anytime soon. Lancias aren't particularly great cars. I mean, the Stratos was a great rally car, but that's interesting. Not something we're going to be using really. We're just going to go jump back into the Gr.4 Cup here, and we're just going to finish it off at the Red Bull Ring. It's a really great, fast-flowing circuit. It should make some good racing here. So here we are at the Red Bull Ring. It's looks like it's a wet race actually, which is something we've not done yet before in GT Sports. This is one of the new features added into the game, is the wet tracks. So this will be something different challenge for me. I've not done this before, so we're. It's a shame it's not actually in the wet. It's just a wet circuit, but it looks good though. We're come through the first corner. We're heading up to the top of the hill. We're in this second corner where it's a great overtaking spot. So we're just going to ease off the brakes and then just on the power here, just coming onto the straight for the first time. And after the straight, we come to this. We have a right-hander followed by some great flowing corners. So we've actually have to be a lot more delicate on the coming off the brakes in this weather. Here we go, coming through these. Holding it around the outside of the BMW. I'm going to close up to the Mercedes in front of us. This is one of my favourite bits of the track, where it's a really fast right-hander, but Must be because of the weather we can't can't go through as fast as normal. Accidentally overcooked that. We're on the tarmac to the side. See, that was like cone bouncing around. It's like, whoops. Coming up to the first corner again for the second time. We're in 6th place at the moment. Hard on the brakes. And you can see we've just gone way too wide. Put the power down and span up the rear tyres then. So the track's really slippy. We're going to try and get this BMW give him a bit of a front. Whoops. But other than that, clean around the outside. Ish. No clean race bonus for us this time. Coming down the back straight here. Again, try and brake later and we'll close up to the cars in front of us. Cut to the inside. Just slip past here, and then we're going to try and go around the outside of this Renault. Nice and easy. We're coming up to a VW, and then there's the Mercedes in the lead at the moment. You can see we're really struggling to get the power down there. You can see where the Renault's actually coming back at us now, but we're going to we'll cover up the inside as we then dive it up the inside of the Scirocco. We've just got the SLS in front of us now, and then it'll be a nice easy win for us, even in the wet. So we're going to be a bit more conservative into this first corner this time, after going wide last time, but he is crawling around this corner. Should be nice and easy to get past him just on the straight here actually. We just position ourselves to just go straight up the inside into the second corner here. We're just gonna easy as you like there. And they shouldn't be able to come back at us at this point. So again, it should be a nice easy win for us from this point on. We just have to make sure we don't make any mistakes in this weather. He says going wide. Anyway, we keep it, at least we're kept on the circuit. So now we don't have anybody in front of us. We're going to be able to try and carry a bit more speed through this section, which you see was a terrible idea in this weather, which is actually going to allow the Mercedes to get past us, and hopefully not, and the Renault too. So actually we've now got to work our way back to the front. This is the first time we've driven in the wet, so it's all a learning experience at this point. So we now know there's a lot less grip than in the dry, naturally, but even less than I was hoping for. I suppose we are racing in dry tyres, actually. Unless the game auto swaps to the wets for you, but I imagine it's not that smart. You can see we lost 3 seconds on that lap. But this is the final lap, but we get the Renault under brakes. Just cut back on the track just in front of him. Probably would be considered a dangerous re-entry onto the track there, but I'm not sure where else we were supposed to go. He's trying to make it go up our inside here, so he had a much better exit than we did from that corner, but we should be able to get him under brakes here. You go clean around both the cars, off the tracks, off the circuit slightly, back on, power down. We're going to just try not to cock this up again. up to 5th gear, on the brakes, full throttle now. Braking again for the left-hander. Now back full throttle, just ease it on this time. Braking a bit more for this corner. Now we can go full throttle through the gentle right-hander and coming up to this, what's normally the fast one, so we should be plenty far enough ahead at this point. On the brake, dab a brake. Just let the car roll through. And again, we've drifted wide here because I got on the throttle too early. But anyway, that's a nice win, 3.3 seconds ahead. And that's the end of the Group 4 Championship. So we come away with 7 wins on the bounce, and we'll be looking to build on that. We'll probably make the step up next time to the Group 3 Championship. Hopefully it'll present a bit more of a challenge for us. But that's it for this episode of GT Sport. It's been a great championship. We've done really well. And we'll look to build on that moving up to Group 4. We'll see you next time. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.